Hot take, the live action versions of Sanji and Usopp are the best portrayed versions of these two characters. Yeah, I said what I said. I would argue that these are two of the most contentious characters in the entire show, with Sanji being ridiculously annoying and uncomfortable with his pervy trope, and Usopp, well, just being Usopp. It's tough being the weakling in a battle shonen. But Taz and Jacob have brought these two characters to life in the best possible way. This is the Mr. Prince that everyone who's made it past the time skip still asks for. Where's Mr. Prince? Why can't we get him back? Where's the suave, charismatic Sanji? Because while it's a problem pre-time skip, post-time skip, his perviness is a literal detriment to his character. But this Sanji, even though he does still have that lover boy trope, it's not a perv trope at this point. Like, don't get me wrong, this man loves women and is trying to get his opportunity anywhere he can. But he's not doing it to a point where he makes them uncomfortable. You don't have to cringe every time he sees Nami in any scene ever. So I personally feel that Taz has taken all of the redeemable qualities about Sanji and elevated them. And with the more ridiculous side of Sanji, he's tamed it and made it so much more palatable. If Sanji was more like Taz in the anime, I swear he'd have more fans. And I'm not saying that people don't like Sanji, chill out with the comments. Nobody is looking at this Sanji and saying, hey, that's my goat right there. If you have to pretend that one of your favorite characters just simply wasn't in an arc, Fishman Island, then yeah, that character has problems. And my boy Taz could never. And all of this goes double for my boy Usopp. In different ways, he's doing the exact same thing. He's taken Usopp's character from a lying coward to an endearing, lovable oaf. He's made Usopp into a cool and genuinely funny character. It's not just a gag at this point. It really feels like who he is, and it comes off as more authentic, as opposed to a bit abrasive in the anime and the manga. Now, I'm not going to come in here and tell you that Usopp is just the worst character in One Piece. I have spent my days hating on him, but I have also grown. And I appreciate Usopp's character for what it is. He's the one who kind of grounds us to this world of absolutely ridiculous people with devil fruit powers and hockey and all of that. But for me, in the anime, it just gets a little overbearing. But with Jacob's portrayal, it just comes off as genuine. It actually connects. I find myself siding with Usopp most of the time in the live action. I too have don't go to that island sickness. Love or hate the live action, I think two of the best things this live action has brought us is Taz as Sanji and Jacob as Usopp. Because they are both literally a pleasure to watch act on the screen at all times. And they've genuinely given me two characters that I generally do not connect heavily with and turned them into some of my absolute favorites. So now I ask you, are these the best versions of Sanji and Usopp we've gotten? And who do you think is the best portrayed Straw Hat so far in the live action? Let me know in the comments.